Hello friends, Letronics here, and today we're gonna be playing Chen at the Rework Junction, so let's have a quick look at our team compositions. It's gonna be Chen, Nova, Kerrigan, Alrak, and Vala versus Chen, Gul'dan, Stitches, Abyssur, and Zagara. And Abyssur on this map is probably really strong, because this is a huge map and Abyssur just loves it so much, because it's so much harder to kill him when you need to roam. And also the fact that the mount speed has been decreased by 10%. That's not necessarily like a change that everyone is talking about or like a huge change, but it definitely helped heroes like Abyssur, like Zagara, like Sylvanas, people who just want to split push all the time. It really helps them out a lot because you can react to a gank a little bit faster, because the gank will arrive 10% later. Like straight up 10% later than previously. So you have a little bit more time to realize that, okay, people are missing on the maps, they are probably trying to stop my push right now, I should just go out and save myself, right? So that's pretty awesome. But we do have Nova, and she should be able to at least deny Abyssur some soak relatively well. Not necessarily kill him, but just be a presence there and just prevent him from soaking for free, and maybe force him to play a little bit more passive. But that's okay. What's that? What's this? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So Chen actually has been almost completely reworked. His abilities are the same, but all of his talents either changed their functionality or have been moved to a different talent tier, which is pretty awesome. Like, he wasn't necessarily a hero that needed a change because he was awful, because he was pretty damn strong, like, especially if you can use your Wandering Keg properly. It was such a good time playing with Chen on your team, and it was such a difficult, and very often you would have a really difficult time dealing with him. But he needed a change in kind of in the same way why Nazeebo needed a change. It's because he was a little bit outdated, a little bit boring to play, and all of these new things definitely will help him out quite a bit. That was awful. I should have blocked that. I should have blocked that for Kerrigan, but I did not expect the hook. I will tank the Banelings there so that Zagara wouldn't do as much damage as she would have. But dealing with a Chen Abyssur combo, that's actually pretty damn rough. That's actually pretty damn rough, because he amplifies his survivability and he amplifies his damage output, Chen's, and that's gonna be tough to deal with for sure. Nova, don't die, friend. Let's trade some damage with Chen. We won't kill him, but I'm just gonna be stacking my level 1 talent, the quest one. So we went for Accumulating Flame, and what it does is every time you set somebody on fire using your Breath of Fire, and not using Breath, like not hitting them with your Breath of Fire, but setting them on fire, so comboing your Keg and Breath of Fire talents, it amplifies the damage of the damage over time effect by 2%, I believe. Yes, until it reaches 20%, and after that, every time you do set somebody on fire, it actually increases, it actually gives Chen resistant, which is pretty awesome. Depending on how many heroes he hits, the duration will be increased. So if you land your Breath of Fire somehow onto 5 people, you will have 5 seconds of taking 25% less damage, and that's pretty awesome. So the build in general for this game is gonna be like a Keg Toss build, I should say. I don't know. It's a little bit weird in the way it works. Is because the way Chen's talents have been reworked is most of the time what you would see is like, okay, at level 1 you pick a Q talent, at level 4 you pick a Q talent, at level 13 you pick a Q talent, and now they all synergize to give each other a little bit cooldown reduction, a little bit more damage, a little bit more range, things like that. But the way Chen's talents work is instead of giving those instead of synergizing the same ability, your abilities synergize. So like improving your Accumulating Flame, like not this one, but for example, having freshest ingredients will potentially improve the functionality of your deadly strike, because you will have the shield every time instead of needing to stack it. So that's pretty damn awesome. Oh no, I missed my breath of fire there. So I will cast this one. No, that was. But we will kill some stuff, so that's not too bad, I guess. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I probably should have aimed for the forts there. Also, something you need to know about this nuke is it does more damage in the center, so you always kind of want to aim it for the center, like the center of your targeting reticule should probably always be next to the structure. Like for example, aiming right here with the center would probably be the best idea. Okay, let's clear the creep here, because as Chen you don't have mana, and that's something you can do basically for free. So always do it whenever you can, because Zigara on creep is pretty damn tough to deal with. Also, this shrine, this vision shrine, actually has a very large radius, something I didn't pick up on earlier, but now I see it. Now that I see it, now that I paid attention to it, it actually is pretty awesome, because we never really seen that. The other thing that we never really seen about talents and Chen is level 13 talent, the Withering Flames. So the way it works, okay, let's actually pick our level 7 talent first. We're gonna go for Brewmaster's Balance. I just love it so much. It's, I don't know, I never really picked it up, and then I tried it, and it's just been there ever since. Like, I'm just in love with the talent now. And I'm talking about Chen prior to the rework, because that was definitely a go-to talent for him, like right now, like in the latest. I don't know, the way to it's hard to explain, but I just love that talent so much. So let's slowly kill Stitches here, because we can actually do this. Okay, he can use his hook to interrupt our brew soaking, but that's okay. that is such a weird interaction when both Chens sleep on each other, but that's okay. Oh, what enemies did, I believe, with their warhead is that they used it to kill the well, and that's actually really interesting usage for it. We're gonna go for the Wandering Keg, and that would actually really help us out in this game, I think. At least I hope so. So we're gonna do... Can we actually just straight up kill them here? Oh, Vala is here. Vala is here to kill them. That's cool. Yeah, they all should just straight up die. And now we also stacked our Keg Toss, so that's pretty awesome. So the reason we actually went for Keg Toss is because of the level 16 synergy with another round. It's amazing. It's amazing. Also, I probably should have went for the Stormers and Fire, just to showcase it. But it's okay, it's okay. So it was changed a lot. Now instead of having just 2 abilities every time you use your Stormers and Fire, it instead gives you Okay, that was a little bit more rough than it should have been, but it worked out in the end, so that's okay. So the way it was changed is now you have 3 abilities instead of having like jump in and jump out, right? You have while you have Storm Spirit active, you can increase the movement speed of all of your spirits. While you have Earth Spirit active, you can jump into the area and slow everybody. Massively slow everybody. And if you have Fire Spirit active, you can actually... So can we actually kill him? Probably not kill him, but... Or maybe even kill him. Nope. And we don't have our... Can we escape this? Oh my god, that was so clutch. Oh, I really thought that he would kill me there. Oh my god, that was rough. But somehow we escaped, And while you have Fire Spirit active, you can use your E to increase attack speed by 100%. And that's actually pretty cool, because now your spirits actually can kill people. The slow from the Earth Spirit is very, very massive. So you can just jump onto somebody like Chromie and quickly kill her. If she isn't being saved by her ally, so that's definitely pretty awesome. So at level 13 we're gonna go for Pressure Point. Its functionality also has been changed, and I love what it does now, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Let's finish talking about Stormers and Fire here, because I don't know, I just like it so much that also, like, the biggest change probably is the fact that it now kills Chen if all of the spirits are killed. Which is something that should have been from the start, in my opinion, because it never really made sense to give Chen 3 health bars. Like, he has a shield that prevents a lot of damage mid-fight, then you transform into the spirits, so you are basically at full health, and then you can either escape or stay in the fight, and then with the reapplication of Fortifying Brew and some healing, you're gonna be once again at full health and things like... It just wasn't fun. It wasn't fun from the Chen's point of view, because it was just kind of boring, and it definitely wasn't fun from the Chen's enemy's point of view, because it wasn't really that fun to deal with. But that was actually a waste of an ultimate, but that's okay. A Kerrigan, you shouldn't have done that, that was... Oh my god, that was awful. She killed herself. Like, it doesn't matter if they grab the warhead, right? We can just kill them and use the warhead ourselves. You don't need like, as usually with the map objectives, you need to kind of prevent enemies from acquiring them. You don't really need to do that with the warheads. You just need to get the warheads themselves, right? So I don't know. That suicide definitely did not convince me. Okay, great. We actually killed them, so that's awesome. Ooh, okay, let's go back and regenerate, because right now without the amplified healing you can't really use your Brewmaster's balance to get to full health. It's definitely a lot easier to just go back, regen, and then re-engage, right? So the pressure point now, the way it works, I really like it, because you can just cast it. Like previously, when you would choose pressure point, it was just a win-win scenario, because it was never a bad idea to use it. You would just always get the value from it. Now you actually want to use it, almost always want to use it on Bruce Rock targets, because that way you increase the functionality, the duration, the slow amount, I should say. Oh no, run away, Nova, run away, Nova, run away. Okay, I tried to cancel him out as much as I could. Now let's get ourselves about 50% brew, that way we can get some health regen going. Can we duel him? We can just... oh no! Look at that, look at how much we can slow Stitches actually for our teammates to follow up. That is so cool. That is so cool. This new pressure point is so amazing. And not pressure point, but the another round talent. Okay, let's actually talk about how this build makes sense. So right, accumulating flame grants you resistant every time you cast Breath of Fire, right? Keg Toss, you now have 2 charges, so you can proc another round basically twice per rotation, and then you have Pressure Point, which slows enemies that are slowed even further, right? So definitely good synergy with Keg Toss. And then we have finally another round that kind of makes this build what it should be. Kind of makes this build what it should be. So let's further. Okay. Man, this is really tough to explain because with other heroes it's pretty simple. Like as I said, you just enhance all the Q talents and all of your Qs hit harder, right? With Chen, it's really cool because instead of enhancing one ability, all of them synergize. And I've said this before, and I'm just gonna repeat it because it's a very cool design decision. It's something that we haven't seen from any of the Blizzard heroes so far in Heroes of the Storm, which is pretty awesome. Okay, Stitches has the warhead there, so I want to steal it from him and kill him potentially. Let's not try to allow him to cast it. So another round. The way it works, all of your abilities have 5-second cooldowns. By the way, the cooldown number here on Keg Smash, it says 1 second. That's a lie. The cooldown is actually 3 seconds, so that's definitely something you need to consider. Also, your W has travel time with Keg Toss, so you never want to be casting Breath of Fire right after. Wait before you actually land the slow, otherwise it will be completely useful. So I don't know what I'm even doing. I'm just roaming around the map and killing mercenaries, I guess. Let's do this. We can do this. You can do this a little bit faster, I think, right now than before, because you now have just straight up a little bit more damage as Chen as before, rather than before, because of the quest talents that have some synergy, all of the good things. So that's pretty damn cool. Man, let's actually talk about the way your talents actually synergize. So they have 5-second cooldown, right? This means that every time you use Keg Smash, the cooldown will only be 2 seconds. So that allows you to slow somebody down by 60%, by 80%, basically twice for the duration. Okay, that's a game. So now we actually have a moment to ourselves to actually talk about our build choices and things like that, and I just love it. I love the new Chen so much because he's just so much more fun to play. We are not MVP, damn it! But we haven't even died, right? But we actually... What? We casted one bomb! Oh my god, how is that possible? What? That makes no sense. We literally casted only one of the nukes. Only one nuke was casted here, and we have our whole team on the roster here, so that's pretty amazing. But let's finally talk about the synergy between talents. You have 2 charges of Keg Toss, so you can reduce the cooldown of all of your basic abilities by 3 seconds, twice per rotation. Or alternatively, what you can do, which is probably not the best usage of the synergy, but you can just throw out kegs everywhere. Just throw kegs on enemy heroes, and the cooldown of Keg Toss will only be 2 seconds, so you can just repeat it over and over and over again. So that's cool, but the better synergy obviously is to throw down a Keg Toss and then cast Breath of Fire, right? What it will allow you to do is do a lot of damage to the enemies because of this quest, and you will get resistant. And then what happens is, because of the another round, you can use the same brew, the same slow, to trigger a second Breath of Fire. So you cast Breath of Fire right away, and then when the slow is about to run out, you cast another Breath of Fire, and it's just it's awesome. The way it works is just so beautiful, because not only it guarantees you 25% resistance basically forever, since you can just combo those things together over and over and over and over again with the cooldown reduction, it also allows you to use the pressure point talent so much more efficiently because of that 80% slow. You can slow them once, and then in the same Keg Toss rotation, in the same brew, you use it a second time, and then you slow them again with the keg, and then you have yet another keg right after that. It might be a little bit too micro intensive, but I never felt like that. It always kind of, I didn't play a lot, but it definitely feels very simple to use. Like it just works. Like the way it works, it just makes sense. And I really like the way Chen plays now, because now he can actually stick to targets. Whereas previously you could slow them once with your pressure point, and that's pretty much it. Then you would have to wait for like 6 seconds until it recharges, and then you can attempt another slow if your teammates didn't kill them before, right? But now Chen definitely plays like more of a, like other warriors. Like he is actually useful in the fight, even before he gets his like the talents that make him work. Like pressure point allowed Chen to basically almost root somebody for the team follow-up, right? And then Keg would allow Chen to either engage or disengage, right? And that's kind of what warriors are supposed to do. They're supposed to lock down a target, and then your team follows up with the skill shots and they die, right? And now Chen can just do that so much better. Like he's just a better warrior right now, even though he isn't necessarily much stronger than before. I believe his damage now is a little bit better because of the questing talents, but overall his functionality just been tweaked just a little bit to still retain that Chen feeling of the Brewmaster, because his kit didn't really change, but all of the talents enhancements were just, I don't know, I love his rework. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I'm definitely in love with the new Chen. And level 20 for Untapped Potential also has been reworked a little bit. Now it allows you to escape a little bit easier because it reduces the damage you take by 50%. Where previously, if you would try to escape from a team fight, from a losing team fight with your Keg, right, you would be like the frontline for your team, and then suddenly you take a ton of damage and you're like, you are panic using the Keg, and then you just die immediately because auto attacks will still catch up to you and kill you, and the poison is still going, or like a pyroblast is flying to you. Now you can actually use Keg almost mid-fight to soak up damage. This talent is, it's kind of hard to control, but I think if you can do it, if you can actually control the Keg mid-fight and stay there for your team, like be a tank that just rolls around everywhere, it can actually be really, really good, because the 50% damage reduction means that enemies will be tempted to kill you because they want to stop you from creating chaos in their ranks, right? Tossing them everywhere. So they will at least auto-attack you or just land some targeted skill shots, right? They won't try to land any of the like actual skill shots with the area damage, but they will definitely try to kill you with the targeted abilities. And this talent can prevent them from doing that. But I definitely prefer, by default, I definitely prefer the other level 20 talent that allows Chen to heal for 1.5% health every time he damages somebody with your basic abilities. And very important thing to note here is that it only heals when you land the ability. So for example, if you set somebody on fire, the ticks from fire won't heal you, but the initial impact will. So that's definitely something to consider. I still cannot believe that it gave me the debomb achievement, because I literally used it once. I guess there wasn't anything else to give me worthwhile, so they just gave me this. Yeah, we weren't really present for that whole game. We just kind of had fun playing Chen, right? And our team just carried us to victory. Like, look at their kills. They were just assassinating them like crazy. But I think that's gonna be it. So if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. If there are some heroes or builds you want to see me playing next, make sure to let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.